Chosen One. You were told to watch this alone for a reason. Chosen One, stop everything. Right now, stop scrolling, stop the multitasking, stop splitting your attention between this and anything else. If you are around people, this is not for them. If there is noise in the background, silence it. If your mind is busy planning what is next, put that aside. Because God just interrupted your entire day to say something that cannot be heard in pieces. This message was not meant to be background noise. This was meant to be received alone, in stillness, with nothing competing for your attention. And if you cannot do that right now, bookmark this and come back when you can. Because what is about to be spoken requires your full presence, not your partial attention. Take a breath, a real one. Notice how your chest feels tighter than it should. Notice how your mind has been louder than usual. Notice how your spirit has felt crowded, even when you are physically alone. That is not random, that is not stress, that is spiritual activity. And God pulled you here, away from everything and everyone, to tell you what is really happening and why you need to stay quiet for just a little while longer. Let me start with this. The reason God said to watch this alone is because what He is about to reveal cannot survive being filtered through other people's opinions, questions, or energy. Some truths are so personal, so precisely timed, so specifically assigned to you that letting anyone else into the room while you receive them would dilute their power. This is one of those moments. This is one of those messages. This is one of those divine interruptions that only make sense to the person it was sent for. Everyone else would hear words. But you are about to hear confirmation. You have been feeling isolated lately, haven't you? Not just physically alone, but emotionally distant, spiritually separated. Like you are standing in rooms full of people, but feeling completely disconnected from all of them. Like conversations happen around you, but nothing lands. Like you are present in body, but your spirit is somewhere else entirely, and you have been wondering what is wrong. You have been questioning whether you are depressing yourself into isolation, whether you are becoming antisocial, whether you are pushing people away. But Chosen One, what if none of that is true? What if what you are experiencing isn't isolation at all, but insulation? God has been wrapping you in a spiritual cocoon. He has been pulling you away from noise, drama, opinions, expectations, and even well-meaning voices that would interfere with what He is doing inside you right now, because you are in formation. You are being reshaped. You are being recalibrated. You are being upgraded at a level so deep that it cannot happen in public. It cannot happen in conversations. It cannot happen while you are trying to explain yourself to people who wouldn't understand, even if you had the words. So God removed the audience. He cleared the room. He silenced the voices, not to punish you with loneliness, but to protect you during transition. Now, let me tell you why this protection was necessary. Someone has been testing you. Maybe multiple people. Not obviously, not aggressively, but subtly, strategically. They have been saying things that poke at old wounds, bringing up topics they know trigger you, asking questions that feel innocent but land heavy, making comments that seem harmless but leave you unsettled. And the worst part is, you cannot quite call it out, because on the surface it looks fine. But your spirit knows. Your discernment picks up what your logic cannot prove, and you have been feeling crazy for being bothered by things that technically weren't attacks. But they were. They absolutely were. Just because someone smiles while they stab doesn't mean the knife isn't real. Just because someone uses soft words doesn't mean the intention isn't sharp. Just because someone acts concerned doesn't mean they are not testing to see if you will react, defend, explain, or break. And God saw it. God felt it. God said enough. That is why He pulled you here. That is why He separated you. That is why He is telling you to stay quiet just a little longer. Because if you respond now, if you defend now, if you explain now, you will give access to people who no longer have clearance to your next level. Let me say that again because it is critical. Not everyone who had access to your last season gets access to your next one. Not everyone who knew the old you gets to know the new you. Not everyone who walked with you through the valley gets to walk with you to the mountain. And that is not cruel. That is not cold. That is wisdom. That is boundary. That is protection. Because the version of you that God is unveiling cannot coexist with people who are still trying to relate to the version He already buried. You have been noticing something lately. Your tolerance for certain things has completely disappeared. Conversations that used to be fine now feel draining. People you used to enjoy now feel exhausting. Environments you used to navigate easily now feel suffocating. Drama that used to pull you in now repels you instantly. And you have been wondering if maybe you are being too sensitive, too harsh, too judgmental. But what if you are not? What if your spirit has simply graduated to a frequency where dysfunction, fakeness, and chaos no longer resonate? What if God adjusted your spiritual antenna so you cannot tolerate what used to feel normal, because normal was never supposed to be your permanent address? Here is what is really happening. God is teaching you a new language. The language of discernment, the language of silence, the language of boundaries without explanation, the language of walking away without closure, the language of trusting what you feel, even when you cannot prove what you know. And this language cannot be learned in noise. It cannot be learned in crowds. It cannot be learned while defending yourself to people who question your growth. It has to be learned alone, in stillness, in separation, in the quiet space between who you were and who you are becoming. And that space, chosen one, that is where you are right now. You are in the gap, the in-between, the transition zone. And it is uncomfortable because nothing is clear yet. You are not who you used to be, but you are not fully who you are becoming either. You are shedding old skin, but the new skin hasn't fully formed. You are leaving familiar territory, but you haven't arrived at the new land yet. And this space feels vulnerable, exposed, uncertain, but it is also sacred. It is also necessary. It is also where transformation happens. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by staying comfortable. It becomes a butterfly by surrendering to a process that looks like death but leads to flight. Let me tell you what the enemy has been trying to do. He knows you are in transition. He knows you are being shifted. He knows God is repositioning you for something bigger, something deeper, something that will impact more people than your last season did. And He cannot stop what God already ordained. He cannot cancel what God already decreed. He cannot block what God already released. But what He can do is distract you, provoke you, drain you, confuse you, get you to react emotionally instead of respond strategically, get you to defend yourself instead of trust God's defense, get you to explain yourself instead of let your life be the explanation. So He has been sending test after test, conversation after conversation, situation after situation, all designed to pull you out of stillness and back into reaction. All designed to make you prove yourself instead of rest in God's approval. all designed to get you talking when God told you to be quiet. And if he can get you to break your silence prematurely, if he can get you to step out of alignment even for a moment, he delays what is coming. He doesn't cancel it, but he delays it. And delay is his only weapon right now. That is why God is being so firm with you about staying quiet. That is why he keeps redirecting you back to stillness every time you feel the urge to speak. That is why he is protecting your peace so aggressively, because your silence right now is not weakness. Your silence is warfare. Every day you don't react is a day the enemy's plan fails. Every conversation you don't engage is a trap you don't fall into. Every explanation you don't give is energy you don't waste. Your stillness is not passive. Your stillness is powerful. Your stillness is obedience. And obedience always, always, always positions you for breakthrough. Now, let me address the guilt you have been feeling, because I know it is there. You feel guilty for pulling away from people. You feel guilty for not being as available as you used to be. You feel guilty for not explaining why you have changed. You feel guilty for not defending yourself when people misunderstand you. You feel guilty for protecting your energy when that means disappointing people who expect access to you. And that guilt sits heavy on your chest. It makes you question whether you are being selfish, cold, distant, or unkind. But chosen one, listen to me. Boundaries are not betrayal. Distance is not rejection. Silence is not cruelty. Protection is not punishment, and you are not responsible for managing other people's feelings about your obedience to God. You are not responsible for making people comfortable with your growth. You are not responsible for staying small so others feel secure. You are not responsible for explaining spiritual shifts to people who are still living in the flesh. Your responsibility is to God first. Your responsibility is to your assignment. Your responsibility is to protect what God is building in you, even if that means disappointing people who expected you to stay the same. Let me tell you what is about to happen. Soon, very soon, the fog is going to lift. The confusion is going to clear. The silence is going to break. And when it does, everything that has been hidden is going to be revealed. God is about to expose motives you couldn't see, intentions you couldn't prove, resistance you couldn't name, jealousy that wore a smile, manipulation that spoke softly, control that acted concerned. All of it is about to come to light. Not because you forced it, not because you confronted it, not because you defended yourself, but because God saw it. And God is handling it. And when that exposure happens, you are going to understand why he told you to stay quiet. You are going to see why he protected you from speaking too soon. You are going to realize that if you had defended yourself, if you had explained yourself, if you had confronted people, you would have given them ammunition to twist your words, question your motives, and delay your breakthrough. But because you stayed silent, because you stayed still, because you stayed aligned, God gets to defend you. And when God defends you, no one can argue. No one can manipulate. No one can twist. The truth just is, and everyone sees it. But here is what you need to understand. This exposure is not for revenge. It is for clarity. It is not to hurt people. It is to free you. It is not to embarrass anyone. It is to establish boundaries. Because once the truth is out, once motives are clear, once intentions are exposed, you will know exactly who belongs in your next season and who doesn't. You will know exactly what relationships to invest in and which ones to release. You will know exactly what voices to listen to and which ones to ignore. And that clarity, that discernment, that is the gift God is giving you through this process. So right now, today, your job is simple. Stay still, stay quiet, stay aligned, don't defend, don't explain, don't react, don't force, don't rush. Just trust. Trust that God sees what you see. Trust that God knows what you know. Trust that God feels what you feel. Trust that He is already working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. Trust that His timing is perfect, even when it feels slow. Trust that His silence is preparation, not absence. Trust that His protection is active, not passive. And while you are waiting, while you are staying still, let me tell you what else is happening. God is strengthening you. He is deepening your roots, so when the blessing comes, you can carry it. He is expanding your capacity, so when the door opens, you can walk through it. He is sharpening your discernment, so when the enemy tries again, you will see him coming. He is fortifying your boundaries, so when people test you, you will not waver. He is establishing your identity, so when criticism comes, it will not shake you. He is securing your peace, so when chaos surrounds you, it will not enter you. This season of silence is not empty. It is full. It is full of preparation. It is full of transformation. It is full of divine activity that is happening beneath the surface. You cannot see it yet. You cannot feel it yet, but it is happening. And one day, very soon, you are going to step into the fullness of what God prepared, and you are going to look back at this quiet season and thank Him. You are going to see that what felt like isolation was actually incubation. What felt like delay was actually development. What felt like silence was actually strategy. Chosen one, before I finish, I need to tell you one more thing. The version of you that emerges from this season is going to be unrecognizable, not to God, because He has always known who you really are, but to people, to yourself. To the enemy, you are going to walk with a confidence that doesn't need validation. You are going to speak with an authority that doesn't need permission. You are going to move with a clarity that doesn't need explanation. You are going to love with a security that doesn't need reciprocation. You are going to serve with a purpose that doesn't need recognition. And people are going to wonder what happened to you. They are going to ask what changed. And you will not even know how to explain it because it happened in the secret place, in the quiet, in the alone moments with God that nobody saw. That is the power of this season. That is the purpose of this isolation. That is why God said to watch this alone. Because what He is doing in you right now is too sacred to be explained, too personal to be shared, too powerful to be rushed. So stay here, stay still, stay surrendered, and trust that when the time is right, when the preparation is complete, when the formation is finished, God is going to release you. And when He does, nothing and no one will be able to stop what He started. Let me talk to you about what you have been experiencing physically, because your body has been responding to this spiritual shift. You have been more tired than usual, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, the kind of tired that sits in your bones, the kind of tired that makes you want to cancel plans even though you are not sick, the kind of tired that has you going to bed earlier and waking up still exhausted. And you have been wondering if something is wrong with you, if you need to see a doctor, if you are developing some kind of condition, but chosen one, there is nothing wrong with your body. Your body is responding to spiritual weight. You are carrying something in the spirit realm that your physical body can feel but cannot fully comprehend. When God is reshaping someone, when He is downloading revelation, when He is installing new levels of discernment and authority, the physical body experiences it as pressure, as heaviness, as fatigue. because what is happening in the spirit is being processed through the natural. That is why rest is so important right now. That is why you cannot push through this season the way you used to push through everything else. Your body needs rest because your spirit is working overtime. Your body needs stillness because your spirit is being recalibrated. Your body needs quiet because your spirit is being upgraded. And it is not just physical tiredness. You have been experiencing emotional waves too, haven't you? One moment you are fine, and the next moment tears come out of nowhere. One moment you are at peace, and the next moment you are inexplicably sad. One moment you are hopeful, and the next moment you are questioning everything. And these emotional shifts aren't connected to anything specific. Nothing happened to trigger them. No one said anything to cause them. They just come and go like waves. And you have been fighting them, trying to control them, trying to understand them, trying to make them make sense. But what if they don't need to make sense? What if what you are experiencing emotionally is the old version of you dying and the new version of you being born? And death and birth are both messy processes. They are both painful. They are both uncomfortable. They are both necessary. You cannot stay the caterpillar and become the butterfly. You cannot hold onto the old identity and step into the new assignment. Something has to die for something else to live, and that death, that is what you are feeling emotionally. You are mourning versions of yourself that no longer serve you. You are releasing attachments that no longer fit you. You are letting go of expectations that were never yours to carry, and that process hurts. But it is not breaking you. It is birthing you. Let me tell you about the dreams, because I know you have been having strange dreams lately, dreams that feel more real than reality. Dreams where you are searching for something but cannot find it. Dreams where you are trying to speak, but no words come out. Dreams where you are in familiar places, but everything feels different. Dreams where people you know act like strangers. Dreams that wake you up at odd hours with your heart racing and your mind confused. And you have been dismissing them as stress dreams, as random brain activity, as meaningless sleep disturbances. But they are not meaningless. Those dreams are your subconscious processing what your conscious mind cannot fully grasp yet. They are your spirit trying to communicate what is happening in dimensions you cannot see. The searching represents your soul looking for the next level. The speechlessness represents God silencing you for a season. The familiar places feeling different represents your perception shifting. The people acting like strangers represents relationships changing as you change. Your dreams are not random, they are prophetic. They are showing you what is happening spiritually, even when you cannot articulate it naturally. And here is something else you have been experiencing that you haven't told anyone about. You have been seeing signs, numbers that repeat, times on the clock that catch your attention, songs that play at the exact moment you needed to hear them, conversations you overhear that speak directly to your situation, scriptures that jump off the page when you read, sermons that feel like they were preached specifically for you. And you have been wondering if you are reading too much into things, if you are being superstitious, if you are seeing patterns that aren't there. But you are not. Those signs are real. Those confirmations are intentional. God is speaking to you in the language your spirit understands. He is leaving breadcrumbs for you to follow when the path ahead looks unclear. He is sending signals to remind you that you are not alone, that you are not forgotten, that you are not off track. Every repeated number is a wink from heaven. Every perfectly timed song is a message from your Father. Every synchronicity is proof that what is happening to you is not random. It is orchestrated. God is all around you, confirming through small things what He is doing in big things. Now let me tell you what happens after this season of silence breaks, because it will break. This is not permanent. This is not forever. This is a season, a specific, appointed, purposeful season. And when it is complete, when the preparation is finished, when the transformation is done, God is going to give you a signal. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it in your circumstances. You will know before you understand. You will sense the shift before the shift manifests. And when that moment comes, everything changes rapidly. Doors you stopped knocking on will suddenly fly open. Opportunities you stopped pursuing will suddenly pursue you. People you stopped reaching out to will suddenly reach out to you. Resources you stopped asking for will suddenly show up. Clarity you stopped searching for will suddenly download. Direction you stopped seeking will suddenly become obvious. And it will not be because you forced it. It will not be because you manipulated it. It will not be because you networked your way into it. It will be because God's timing collided with your obedience. And when those two things meet, momentum becomes supernatural. But here is what you need to understand. When God releases you from the silence, when He opens your mouth again, when He gives you permission to speak, your voice will carry different weight. Your words will land different. Your presence will affect rooms different, because you are not the same person who entered this silent season. You went in one way, and you are coming out another way. You went in needing validation, and you are coming out secure. You went in reactive, and you are coming out responsive. You went in defensive, and you are coming out discerning. You went in loud, and you are coming out powerful. There is a difference between loud and powerful. Loud seeks attention. Powerful commands it without asking. And people are going to notice the difference immediately. Some will celebrate it. They will recognize that something shifted in you, and they will be drawn to whatever it is you are carrying now. They will want to be around you more. They will seek your counsel. They will value your perspective. They will respect your boundaries. These are the people who belong in your next season. These are the people who can handle the upgraded version of you. These are the people God handpicked to walk with you in what is coming. But others will not celebrate it. They will be uncomfortable with the new you. They will try to pull you back into old patterns. They will reference who you used to be as a way of guilting you into shrinking again. They will test your new boundaries to see if they are real or just temporary. They will question your growth as if growth requires their approval. They will feel threatened by your peace because it exposes their chaos. And when you don't engage, when you don't defend, when you don't explain, they will get frustrated. They will call you changed as if it is an insult. They will say you are different as if different is bad. They will accuse you of thinking you are better than them when really you just became better than who you used to be. And here is what God is teaching you through this process. Not everyone who calls you changed is wrong. You did change. You are different. But change is not betrayal. Growth is not abandonment. Evolution is not arrogance. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to outgrow places. You are allowed to outgrow versions of yourself, and you don't owe anyone an apology for becoming who God always intended you to be. You don't owe anyone an explanation for following divine direction. You don't owe anyone access to a level they are not equipped to enter. This is why the silence was necessary. Because if you had been talking through this whole process, if you had been explaining every shift, if you had been defending every boundary, you would have given people ammunition to talk you out of your transformation. You would have opened the door for opinions that would have confused you. You would have invited voices that would have delayed you. But because you stayed quiet, because you processed privately, because you held your peace, you protected what God was doing. And now, no one can undo it. No one can reverse it. No one can talk you out of it. It is done. It is sealed. It is permanent. So, as you prepare to come out of this season, as you prepare for the silence to break, as you prepare for God to release you into the next level, remember this: you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to defend anything. You don't have to explain anything. Your life will be the evidence. Your peace will be the testimony. Your growth will be the proof. Let your transformation speak louder than your words ever could. Let your alignment speak volumes in spaces where your voice isn't needed. Let your obedience open doors your effort couldn't force open. And when people ask what happened, when they want to know how you changed, when they are curious about what shifted, you can tell them if you want. But you don't have to, because the ones who are supposed to know will discern it. The ones who are meant to understand will recognize it. The ones who belong in your next season will celebrate it without needing a full explanation. And the ones who don't get it, the ones who question it, the ones who resist it, they are simply revealing that they are not part of what is next. And that is okay. Not everyone goes where you are going. Not everyone is called to what you are called to. Not everyone can handle what you are about to carry. If this message felt like it intercepted your exact moment, if it felt like God just spoke directly into your situation, don't just listen and leave, respond. Type Amen in the comments, not as a ritual, but as a declaration that you heard him and you are choosing to trust his timing over your emotions. You are choosing his silence over your need to speak. You are choosing his process over your desire for comfort. That one word, Amen, it shifts something in the spirit. It is your agreement with heaven. And when you agree with heaven, heaven moves on your behalf. And if this message brought clarity to confusion, if it brought peace to chaos, if it brought confirmation to what you have been feeling but couldn't name, do something for me. Hit that like button. I know it seems small, but it helps this message reach other people who are in the same season you are in. Other people who feel isolated, other people who have been told to stay quiet, other people who need to know that their silence is not weakness. It is obedience. Your like could be what helps this message find them at their exact moment of need. And one more thing. If someone came to mind while you were listening, someone who has been pulled away from everyone, someone who has been unusually quiet, someone who has been struggling to explain what they are going through, share this with them. Text it, email it, send it however you need to, because this might be the confirmation they have been praying for. This might be the message that helps them understand that their isolation isn't punishment. It is preparation, chosen one. Remember this: your silence is not weakness. It is wisdom. Your stillness is not delay. It is strategy. Your separation is not punishment. It is protection. Stay close to God. Stay quiet before people. Stay aligned with purpose. Because what is coming next requires the version of you that is being formed in the silence. And that version, that is the one the world has been waiting for.